that's an example of someone who probably didn't want to leave.
Yeah.
And I was just speaking to the officer,
Yeah.
and I actually don't have a bike, and I actually wasn't.
Yeah. Well, then we'll ask you that.
Woo! We love you! Yeah, so my basis is I actually just walked onto the bridge.
Yeah.
And I didn't get told to leave. They didn't tell me that I had to leave. It was when they were barricading everyone in. I don't have a bike, therefore I'm not causing a nuisance, and I'm not blocking our public. I'm not blocking the highway. I'm walking on a public path. So under what grounds are they going to arrest me on?
I don't know. Well, it's going to have to be a case of having a conversation with them. Yeah. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. But it's true though, isn't it? I haven't even got a bike.
Yeah. That's okay.
Yeah, honestly, I've heard that so many times. It's
just make sure it's on your camera. That's
yeah, it is.
Yeah, I want to.
Yeah, same here.
It's been on the camera since the start, and you know.
So why aren't you still letting us leave then? You're holding us here against our will.
Well, because of direction, it trickles down, doesn't it? So I'm here.
Yeah, but you're holding us against our will. We don't want to be here. We want to leave.
Okay, well, you're going to be arrested for obstruction of the highway.
Do you really believe that's the right thing to do? Do you personally really believe that's the right thing to do?
Well, personally, it's my job, isn't it? I'm at work at the minute, so regardless of my personal beliefs.
Does that mean that you should not?
It doesn't mean I should jettison my personal beliefs.
You put your personal beliefs and your values at home when you come into the job. Is that what you do?
Well, absolutely not. It's all about
well, then
acting professionally.
Do you think of your values,
as
per terms of your values, your personal values, do you think this is what you should be doing?
Yeah, well, if it's directed down in a professional
so you
organisation.
think that you should, in a professional organisation, do what the people above you say you should do, even if it's against your values?
Well, it's not necessarily against my values, is it?
Well, there's something flickering there that I don't think you think this is what you should be doing, but you just don't want to say it in front of the camera.
Well, you know, it's just either way.
Well, it's not either way, is it?
It is, isn't it? I'm here doing my job.
Do you have children?
No.
Do you understand the ecological and climate emergency that we're living in?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
No, I'm not being smart here. Not at all. It's just like it's the fact of what we've got now is like
patronising tone, but
we're living through the sixth mass extinction.
Yeah.
With this 50% wheat crop in this country has been destroyed because of a climate disaster this year.
I'm more than happy to listen. You know.
Yeah. The biggest policing problem you're going to have now and in the future is breakdown of when people start running out of food and basic necessities. Okay. And
I would really rather not be the I told you so person. It's really boring, and I would much rather get a day job, than sort of watch everyone just come out here and I'm just all of my work. Like I work for a campaign that is about getting people to divest from fossil fuels. Because it's totally fucked. People don't know that their banks and energy companies are are investing their money into fossil fuels. It's totally wrong, and the government needs to do something about it. We could all have different jobs, but that's and I really appreciate it. What the police force does in other areas for other parts of crime, but this is absolutely ridiculous.
Well, yeah, this is only a small part of my job, isn't it? I'm not usually here. I'm usually in Islington, responding to 999 calls.
But this is why I'm saying that's where your values are best placed, is to look after people and to care for people, which is probably why you went into the police force in the first place. So this is not right.
Well,
people wanted to leave.
Your opinion, you're entitled to
but it's not this is all scientific fact.
The scientific fact.
I'm talking
here in Parliament. This Parliament here. Okay. No, but it's all the same thing. So in a way, it's like we feel that you guys are being used as pawns in a big game that's happening. So. No, but the thing is,
you don't have to be.
But we have choice. We have choices. We have choices what we do with our time and freedom, and people are here highlighting the climate emergency, and it's we've seen priests getting arrested. There was a 92-year-old man getting arrested. All people from all different walks of life. Democracy is failing us. This government here, has declared a climate emergency last year. Parliament did, and they're failing to act on it. The own government department, the Committee on Climate Change, they have 34 recommendations and they're failing on 31 recommendations, and they're saying if we keep on like this, business as normal, we're going to have 4 degrees of warming, which is pretty much an uninhabitable planet, okay, and we're going to see a blue ocean event within the next 12-13 years, which is an ice-free Arctic. And the thing is, it's like we're watching this horror film unfold in front of us, and the people who understand, the first people, like, you know, the scientists raising alarms, they've been ignored. Now we've got like ordinary people are starting to understand what's going on, and this is
to me like I don't believe in climate change.
Yeah,
this is,
and
you know,
obviously you do. No, I know, we get it.
You know,
yeah, I know.
People in general, it's, you know, you look at the science, it's fine.
Yeah.
You know, it's all about the way of doing things, isn't it?
Well. It's like,
because that's generally accepted, isn't it?
But the thing is,
the science of climate change. You don't need to stand there and lecture me about it.
Yeah.
No, I'm not lecturing. I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
You've been talking at me for a number of minutes.
I would love to hear what you think.
Which is absolutely fine.
Okay.
I'm more than happy to listen.
What do you think?
But what about climate change?
Yeah, what do you think?
What is happening, isn't it, obviously?
Yeah.
So,
Are you just going to let it happen?
but this is not the way, is it?
Well, what else? What other way?
For me to come here and arrest people from crossing the highway.
No, not that way.
All,
I mean,
you know,
yeah, no, obviously that. Yeah.
that's, you know, it's not ideal, is it?
No, it's not ideal, but it would be really nice to know what you think the government could do, or what like we as people could do to be able to make a change. Do you think it's better to ignore it then?
It's not best to ignore it, is it?
What do you think we should do then?
I do not know.
Do you think we should try and find a solution?
We should absolutely try and find a solution.
Yeah.
I agree there.
Great,
But what is the solution and what is the method?
I think the government needs to do something, really.
So, you know, but is this the method to the correct solution?
It's. Well, I'd love to hear your ideas on another way, because quite frankly, everything has been. I mean, you know, we've written to our own. I mean, I'm saying this as though this is like me being on this bridge right now. I was not planning on protesting on this bridge today, but in general, Extinction Rebellion, like. It seems like it's got to the point with Extinction Rebellion that they're like, well, what else can we do? Because the government, like, did you hear about the bill? Not the police bill. The climate and ecological emergency bill. No, you heard about it? So it's basically a bill that we want passed in Parliament to get the government to act on the Paris Agreement.
Okay. Yeah.
And there's 650 MPs in Parliament. And can you guess how many have signed it?
I'm not going to. I've no idea. So.
20, only 20. Anyway, we need more people to sign it. But do you know what? It's like all of this and what Fergal was saying earlier. There's this kind of like, you can talk about the facts, you can talk about the bill and all of that kind of stuff. But what it really comes down to for me is like what it you can't ignore it, and I think you think that as well.
You can't ignore it. But,
no, you can't.
It's about how you do it and how you.
How are you doing it?
Not to ignore it.
How are you helping?
You know.
Because clearly you want to, and that's a great step. Like if we want to help, then let's.
Step is it? You know, come on, good, but all of us standing here, you know, is it having real any impact, and is it the right way to do it? You know, so it's up to yourselves.
Well, I think after April rebellions, that was 10 days of held protest.
Oh, is it? The ones just
No, the one the year before. And after 10 days of held protest, the Parliament declared a climate and ecological emergency, which is not exactly like D's not words, isn't it? It's words not D's, but that happened. Then they did actually get a Citizen Assembly, which was one of the demands. It's like there was an element of half the demands being met, just not in the way that Extinction Rebellion were asking for. So like there was shift. You cannot deny there was shift from. There's shift from protest, right? How do you think the suffragettes got the bill passed? They did direct action. Like you can't. Yeah. I mean that's one way.
Yeah. I'll go back to or I say argue. I can talk about it all the time.
You what, sorry?
I can talk.